Alright, so we're behind the scenes with the preliminary preparations for testing a 5-blade Charleston.
I've always wanted a 5-blade Charleston, and I got this one in trade from a good friend of mine. And because I'm gonna hang it on a J-hook, I'm gonna use an older FASCo canopy that's designed for a J-hook, so that I can hang it with a canopy. It's not the proper canopy. I don't think the 5-blade Charleston was ever offered with this canopy. But we're gonna go for it. And I just grabbed a random downrod from my downrod box because the downrod that came with the fan is very short. And again, for testing fans here. Oh, I'm
Fumble!
on camera. It's like still only like maybe 40 degrees in here, so that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. There we go.
Here we are now hanging the 5-blade Charleston.
Right, we are. I just gave Andy my whole spiel about the fluorescent lights, which you will notice from previous videos are different. This is the coolest one, but it's not staying here because it doesn't really work there. So we'll be changing that as soon as I have a better option. But it's cool to look at in the meantime. Probably when I do the video of the fan, we can cut it on for a little bit too, just to
Sure.
get a look at it. And
Look at our resident blenders.
yeah,
Come on, focus, will you?
eventually we'll have all the cool things up here. All of the things.
All of the many things. There we go.
What do I do with the screws? There they are. Put them in my mouth.
Whoops.
These are a pain in the ass for the fall. Will you get that?
Something about something being a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Rubber flywheel.
Ah. I think you said rubber flywheel.
Mm-hmm. Unnecessary. It's supposed to be stuck with metal.
Right.
These taste terrible. Most of the time they don't taste like anything, but these actually taste like something. They taste like blood. I'm a Death fan, apparently. Don't try this at home. Just say no to eating screws.
There's a 12-step program for that.
No. Unfortunately, the first step is to join hardware.
Well then, just to put it bluntly, you're screwed.
Yeah. You need a rim shot for that one.
But
That's high-end Jay Leno material right there. With the NVC handbook. I was told I had an option of this one or a polished brass one. And the polished brass one, I was told the finish was in better shape. But the flywheel was bad. And I got this one and I was like, how's the finish bad? The finish looks great, but there's actually a little rust around the flywheel and around the top of the motor, so I see it now. Good God, I need to get a water bottle stat. I do not know why. I am not used to screws tasting that terrible. I don't know. Excuse me, what I did to deserve that. So this is you get to see the whole setup process for redoing fan videos. I actually have the power cord down. I take power from the light circuit because of the fact that with the heaters running on the two outlet circuits, there's actually how many circuits am I using up here? 1, 2, 3. I'm using 5 circuits total up here, but the heaters each have to be on their own circuit, and the fans have to be on a circuit with very little else, because otherwise it drops the voltage just enough that it makes a difference in the videos. I'm wondering actually if these fluorescent lights are going to make a big enough difference. Normally it's around 122. All my past videos have been tested with a line voltage of around 122. I hate for this one to be different. Do make sure I go downstairs and get some water before I start the long video, because
okay. We'll do that.
if not, it'll clearly be death and destruction. So we're going to test the line voltage real quick.
I am upside down, but
Why is it? It keeps giving me 200 something, which we know is not right.
You wouldn't think so.
Yeah.
You would hope not.
121.6. So we're still over 120, which is all I asked for. Model 552 from 1990. Or was it 88? No, it's from 1990 and it draws 0.88 amps. Those two numbers are right next to each other on the tag, so it confused me a little bit. Got this from another collector. I've always wanted a 5-blade Charleston. Not normally a fan of 5-blade fans, but I always wanted one of these. So, definitely glad to get it. I wasn't really sure what finish that I wanted, because Charleston is one fan that I like in finishes I don't normally like. But it is definitely classy and antique brass. Now I just got to get more finishes. So we're going to test it. I got the FASCo 4-speed control, I got the amp meter, and I'm going to use the control to start it on low so that I don't jerk the flywheel too bad. So right now it's on low on the fan. I'm going to set the control to high. This is the fan's low speed, which is a nice classy low speed. We're drawing 0.21 amps. We got Andy in here filming too, by the way. He's
getting some better shots than I'm getting, I'm sure. Definitely check out his channel. What's your channel called, Andy?
Vespin Vid too. I have to actually upload some of this stuff to it for once.
Yeah. Well, definitely. You should upload all the fan stuff that we do. I bet you it'll make you some AdSense money if nothing else. And just make sure you put my name in there somewhere because I think there are people that actually search for me. Maybe that's just my ego thinking that, but can't hurt. Okay, that's low with the original control. And I'm going to turn the 4-speed control to off. And turn this low, like that's off, high, medium. Then I'm going to turn the 4-speed control all the way to low, which is back at 0.2, 0.21. I'm going to inch it up to the medium speed. I'm just trying to save the flywheel a little bit. I don't know if it's going to do any good or not. A little bit of wobble there. Oh, quite a bit of wobble there. Let's see if it normalizes. By the way, that's not the original canopy and down rod. I have the original canopy and down rod, but I wanted to be able to hang it on the J-hook. 0.48 amps on medium. Definitely moving some air. Okay. How can I do this? I'm going to turn the 4-speed control down to low. I'm trying to. This is my first time trying this, so this is a new system I'm developing here. Low, off, high, and we're on high on the fan and low on the 4-speed control, which is 0.22. I'm going to inch the control up to high. And again, trying to be gentle to the flywheel.
Do you know this for a fact to have a damaged flywheel, or is it just general caution?
Just general caution. These flywheels replacements are hard to come by. Looks good air.
Oh yeah.
0.85. I'm going to go back to my airflow spot here. If anything, I think it's a little bit less than some of the other stack motor fans we've tested, but it's really hard to tell. It's very, very hard to tell. You definitely feel something from back here. What? I can't tell you. So, now we'll deal with the 4-speed control. Let it spin down. We'll do it with the 4-speed control in forward, then we'll do it with the 4-speed control in reverse. I'm doing that rather than the pull chain speeds in reverse because it's easier to be mindful of the flywheel. 4-speed control. You got a preference, Andy, as far as Charlestons go on size and finish and number of blades?
I gotta say, I think this one looks really good. I think this might be the favorite, or my favorite of the ones I've seen. I mean, I generally tend to prefer 4-blade fans just because they look more classic. But this one, I think the 5-blade really works with the Charleston look.
I think it does too. Yeah. I think I would pick 5-blade Charleston over 4.
All right, and we are stopped. So I will stop my video so I can take over. For
I got a couple more things to go through before before I need you to film. You're welcome to stop at any time. It's not until I switch to the solid state control.
Okay, just checking.
Okay, we're gonna start disc control in low, which we may remember is 0.22 because we went through before. I was in the process of saying that of the 4-blade Charlestons, ironically, I think my favorite finish for those is white and brass, which is a finish I don't normally like. But for some reason, I think they're just classic in white and brass. But I like them in most finishes. I just haven't seen enough 5-blade ones to determine a favorite finish.
Mm-hmm.
I do know that I also like the 5-blade ones in white and brass. Okay, medium low, 0.4. Medium high, 0.53. It's definitely interesting to me that FASCo chose to do the rubber flywheel on the fans with more blades, therefore a heavier load, and then left the 4-blade fans without it. I really don't know what they were thinking. Okay. We've already seen high, so to save the flywheel, I will stop it without going to high. We will do high in reverse though, because we haven't done that yet. I almost think that the whisper wind you got in your living room is a little reminiscent of this design.
Yeah, I was thinking that this would look good in there too.
Yeah. Well, you could put this one elsewhere, like over your bed or something, and it kind of would coordinate. Whisper wind is antique brass, isn't it?
Yep.